Hi all, we're looking at fast factoring trinomials part 2. Saw part 1, we factored these two guys right here, okay? Now when it comes to factoring trinomials, well any trinomial, any polynomial, first thing you want to do is A, make sure you have the greatest common factor, okay? Rule of thumb, if you've seen that video on the factoring hand, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so on this one that I have in green, 6x cubed plus 24x squared minus 30x. Do I have my greatest common factor factored out yet? I do not, as it turns out. So let me write it down here. 6x cubed plus 24x squared minus 30x. So you want to look at what these guys all have in common. The greatest common factor that we see here is a 6 and an x. So I'll pull that out. 6x comes out, that leaves us first term of an x squared, second term with a 4x, and the last term here with a minus 5. So my greatest common factor has been pulled out. Now I need to look at, see if the trinomial that I still have in parentheses is still factorable. So I've got to remember that 6x will be part of my solution here, or the factored out polynomial. So I'm going to go with fast factoring. So I'll put a 1 here, right? So I'll put a 1, then a 1 in my one right above each other as my products of this leading coefficient. And then I got this negative 5. Now, if you look at my previous examples, these guys are both positive, right? My last terms. But on this one, my last term is negative, which means I need to find factors of negative 5. One's positive, one's negative, right? Because a positive times a negative is a negative. So I'll go 5 and negative 1. 5 times negative 1 is a negative 5. Now, which one's going to be negative and which one's going to be positive? That guy is going to tell you how this is going to shake out. In fact, let me screw this up on purpose, okay? Let me suppose that the negative 5, the 5 was negative and the 1 was positive. Negative 5 times 1 is a negative 5. 1 times 1 is 1. You add those together and you get a negative 4. But we needed a positive 4, see? So that means my signs were messed up here. This 5 should have been positive. The 1 should have been negative. Which means that 5 times a positive 1 is this 5. 1 times a negative 1 is this negative 1 here. So that when we add them together, 5 plus a negative 1 is 4, which is this 4. Long story short, my factors, don't forget the 6x, are going to be 6x, and then I'm going to go across on horizontal here, so 1x plus 5, which is x plus 5, and then 1x minus 1, or x minus 1. Ooh, that guy's good. All right, starting to get a feel for this a little bit. Let's try this one in black. 3y squared plus 6y plus 6. It's a trinomial. But first, rule of the thumb, greatest common factor. Do you have one? Yeah. 3 is going to come out of it, right? That gives us y squared plus 2y plus 2. So now that's going to break down. So then we look at the trinomial that I still have in parentheses. Is that guy factorable? Well, hopefully it's pretty easy to see that it's not. Okay? This 2 here, the only factors of 2 are 1 times 2. And 1 plus 2 is 3, not this 2. So I can't come up with 2 factors that are multiplied to be a 2 that will add up to be a 2. Okay? It just doesn't happen. So, I'm done there. It's not prime, okay? Because I was able to factor out a 3 initially. So it's not quite prime, but it's pretty darn close to. Alright, so let me pause this video. I'll erase what I've got, and then let's go off to a part 3.